we'll see what we got for next year. We'll be pushing.
Sounds good. Great result today for Pato. Kev?
Pato is always a show, and the show has been awesome this year, and it has been for a long time. This has been so much fun to get a chance to spend the second half of the season up here in the booth with you guys. No one ever knows what's next in the future. You both made a wonderful transition to doing this as broadcasters. What have you taken away? And by the way, you never know what's coming up next. We hope we all see you somewhere, some way down the road, but you have become a master communicator, Townsend.
Well, Kevin, first, you've been doing this longer than anybody on the NBC team, and the way you slid right into the primary play-by-play role late in the season's been fantastic. For me personally, a career I never saw coming. When Terry Linger shoved a mic and said, "Get down to pit lane," I had no idea what I was doing, and I have just barely improved since then, but it's been a lot of fun. James, great job coming into the booth. I love going at it with you week to week. I hope we might find a chance to do that at some point in the future. Your thoughts on the last few years as a broadcaster?
Look, it's been phenomenal, guys. You know, for me, stepping out of the race car, it's always scary, Townsend. You did it. You know what it's like. Anytime an athlete stops the sport, gives up the one thing they've done exclusively their entire life, it's a little bit terrifying. But I had the same conversation with Terry Ligner, who offered me a microphone back in 2020 when I was doing a partial season, and that really laid the groundwork for this. And I just can't say thank you enough to everybody at NBC Sports for welcoming me, making me so comfortable, and making that transition, that scary transition for an athlete into a new world, so easy and so much fun. It's been a blast. I've had fun sparring with you as well, Kevin. I've learned so much from you, from Diff, from everybody that's worked on the broadcast, both sides of the camera. It's been a lot of fun.
Hey, we knew it was coming for him because we used to joke when he was driving. Whenever he stops, he's taking somebody's job because he is a naturalist. Quick thoughts on the season and what we've just seen.
Just sensational. I think back as I see Joseph Newgarden right there to the greatest spectacle in racing and the move that Joseph Newgarden put on that guy, Pato O'Ward, to win his second Indy 500. I'm not sure I've ever been more excited for the kind of aggressive racing that we love in IndyCar than that moment. You're looking at two of the bravest men on the planet, two very talented racing drivers, and I think that picture right there, along with Colton Herta and his heavy dose of aggro to win this race. We're so lucky in IndyCar to have great talent, great aggression, and just unbelievable racing on track.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the season, we've seen incredible racing, guys, on all of the different types of racetracks, be it street circuits, be it road courses, be it ovals, short or long, as we see Scott Borchetta keep up the Nashville tradition of giving a Gibson guitar to the winner. Very exciting for Colton Herta. But, yeah, for me, it's been the racing, the competitiveness. Every year we say that the IndyCar Series gets more and more competitive, and I got to say, we kept that trend going in 2024. Absolutely thrilling from start to finish.
Thank you to Scott Borchetta. Thank you to Big Machine for saving this event. And we look forward to brighter days and all the partners for IndyCar as well that have made this season so much fun. The party's just getting started here in Nashville, and you know they can celebrate. Well, the end of the season is always bittersweet. We get to celebrate success and a champion and a growing legend in Alex Palou, but it will be a bit before we see IndyCars again. And as we know, there will always be change. There'll be drivers coming and going. There's a new team coming in 2025, adjustments to the schedule, and a new television broadcast partner. Today ends our 16-year relationship at Comcast and NBC Sports with IndyCar. We wish Fox Sports nothing but success as they continue the momentum, excitement, and great stories in the NTT IndyCar Series starting in St. Pete on March 2nd. I've been fortunate enough to be around for pretty much the entire ride since the legendary late Bob Jenkins brought us on air with Versus in 2009, and I've been the caretaker to bring this to the finish. But Lee Diffie has been our leader for over a decade and has joined the likes of Bob, Paul Page, Jim McKay as iconic voices in our sport, and it seems appropriate that Diff takes us to the checker flag on our time together.
An IndyCar race is packed with important numbers, so too is a TV broadcast. The most important figure about this telecast, though, is one, the last one. After covering 216 races and in excess of 50,000 miles of racing on Versus, NBCSN, Peacock, USA and NBC, It's time for NBC Sports to say farewell to IndyCar for now. The journey has been as enjoyable as a day by the beach, a bath in the park, and some milk witnessed by the world. We've watched a new generation of drivers chase the legends of the sport and in some cases catch and pass them on the record board.
Will Power, the greatest qualifier in IndyCar history. 68 pole positions.
Fresh faces entered their cockpits and looked like veterans with competitive standards measured within thousandths of a second. Their rocket ships evolved over the years, but the margin to belong remained the slimmest in the sport. Undoubtedly the most important evolution, the aero screen, and the safety it brought with it. For 6 years, we have had the honour to work for you at the greatest spectacle in racing.
This is, and always will be, the greatest spectacle in racing.
As new legacies were achieved, others repeated. None more surreal than Takuma Sato's second win. And perhaps the finest hour.
Welcome to the four-time club, Elio Castro-Neves!
The Spider-Man, Elio Castro-Neves, winning his fourth Indy 500. The journey has been a treasured one, and as exciting as that 5-wide breathtaker in Fontana.
Whoa!
Along the way, we've made so many friends and witnessed immeasurable courage. Sadly, we've had to wish Godspeed to colleagues, to a gentle giant, and to a lionheart. We've been fortunate to watch the ageless Scott Dixon sit peerless as the greatest modern-era IndyCar racer, and now witness a protege being crowned with his third title in 5 years. It's been quite the ride, a privileged one, and the best part of it all was having you there with us the entire way.
My pledge is simple.